Every dream costs something. Every goal demands a price. And the currency, it's work. Not talent, not luck, not talk, but work. You want the edge. Outwork everyone. When they sleep, grind. When they party, hustle. When they quit, push harder. Success doesn't come to those who wish. Oh, well then. It comes to those who are willing to bleed for it. You can have excuses or results, but never both. You can talk about what you're going to do, or you can show them what you did. You don't need permission to be great. You just need a work ethic that makes excuses uncomfortable. Oh. Discipline louder than your doubts. Consistency stronger than your critics. Don't let your situation become your limitation. Don't let where you came from decide where you're going. People may have more resources, more support, more connections, but they should never outwork you. Let your hustle be your voice. Let your grind speak before you ever open your mouth. It's not about being the best. It's about being relentless. The most dangerous person in the room is the one who won't stop. So outwork them. Outlast them. Outshine them. Work is the difference maker. Work is the separator, not skill, not connections, not how you started or who you know. What separates average from extraordinary, mediocre from unstoppable, is how hard you're willing to grind when no one is watching. You can be the most talented person in the room, but if you don't put in the hours, someone with less talent and more fire will pass you. Every time. You don't need to be the smartest. You don't have to have the most resources. What you need is a fire so strong that it makes you do more, stay longer, push harder. The world rewards effort, relentless, consistent, tireless effort. The person who shows up early stays late and does the work no one else wants to do. That's the one who rises. Gifts can open doors, but only grit keeps you in the room. Talent might get you a head start, but work determines who crosses the finish line. When you make hard work your habit, success becomes your lifestyle. While others are waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect conditions, you're building, sweating, failing, learning, and getting better. So don't rely on what you were born with. Don't wait on anyone to believe in you. Bet on your grind. Outwork everyone, and the results will speak louder than any introduction ever could. When most people are winding down, you're just getting started. When they hit snooze, you're lacing up. When they say, it's enough for today, you say, I've got more in me. And that's how you outwork everyone. Not by talking louder, but by moving faster, staying longer, digging deeper. It's not about a burst of energy. It's about a relentless pace that doesn't let up when it gets tough. Every minute they waste is a minute you gain. They're distracted. You're focused or focused. While they complain, you commit. And while they back off, you double down. You don't compete on talent alone, you compete on endurance, on hunger, on hustle. Because at the end of the day, the one who stays in the game the longest is the one who rises to the top. They'll say you're doing too much. That will say you're doing too much. That you need to slow down. But they don't see the vision you're chasing. And they don't feel the fire that keeps you up at night. It's not about proving them wrong. It's about proving yourself right. You're not grinding to impress anyone. You're grinding because average doesn't sit right with your spirit. Outworking everyone means your standard is different. Your mindset is different. Your reason why is bigger than any reason to quit. And when they stop, you won't. When they fade out, you'll still be building. Because you're not just in this to be good. You're in this to be undeniable. You can't have it both ways. You can't hold on to excuses and expect results to show up. One will always cancel out the other. Every time you say, I'm tired, it's too hard, I don't have time, you're giving away progress. You're trading potential for comfort. But success doesn't live in comfort. It lives in commitment. Excuses feel good in the moment. They're easy. They give you a reason to slow down, to skip the work, to blame something else. But every excuse is a brick in the wall between you and where you're trying to go. And that wall only gets higher the more you feed it. Results don't care how you feel. Results only respond to what you do. You either find a way, or you find a way, or you find a reason not to. That's the dividing line. People who get results show up even when it's hard, even when it's inconvenient, even when no one is clapping for them. They don't wait for motivation. They move on discipline. They don't look for shortcuts. They build stamina. And because of that, they rise. You can keep explaining why it's not happening, or you can decide it's happening no matter what. The truth is, if it really matters to you, you'll make room for it. You'll rearrange your life for it. You'll sacrifice for it. Because people who win aren't perfect. They didn't choose comfort. They chose results. Discipline is what keeps you moving when motivation disappears. It's what kicks in when the hype fades and no one's watching. Doubt will scream at you. It will tell you you're not good enough, not ready, not qualified. But discipline doesn't listen to doubt. It follows through anyway. Discipline is your anchor when your emotions try to drift you off course. You don't rise by doing what you feel like doing. You rise by doing what needs to be done, over and over again, even when you're tired, even when it's boring, even when the results are slow. Because real growth, real progress isn't loud. It's the quiet repetition of daily effort. It's waking up and choosing your mission, even when your mind tries to give you 1,000 reasons to back off. You don't need to feel ready. You need to show up. You don't need to know every step. You just need to take the next one. Discipline says, I don't need perfect conditions. I don't need applause. I don't need to feel like it. I just need to move. When you live by discipline, you stop negotiating with your goals. You stop starting and stopping, hoping and wishing. You lock in. You build momentum. And slowly, those small, consistent actions become unstoppable results. Not because you were the most confident, but because you were the most committed. Where you start doesn't have to be where you stay. Your background, your upbringing, your current situation. None of that defines your future unless you let it. You might have been born into struggle, into lack, into chaos, but you don't have to live there forever. You can build your way out, grind your way up, and break every limit that was placed on you. Too many people believe their circumstances are a life sentence, but they're not. They're a starting point, and sometimes starting at the bottom gives you an edge, because you learn how to fight early. You learn how to adapt, how to scrap, how to push when everything around you says a stop. Don't wait for better conditions to begin. Use what you've got, right where you are. That small space, that old equipment, that tired body, it's enough if your will is strong. You don't need a perfect plan, you need the courage to start. Because the truth is, your limitations aren't your problem. Your mindset about them is. You can be broke and still be dangerous. You can be overlooked and still be powerful. The most powerful people didn't come from privilege, they came from pressure. And pressure either breaks you or builds you. The difference is your decision. So don't let your environment convince you that your dreams are too big. Don't let your present determine your future. Build your future from the ground you're standing on. Some people will always have more. More money, more support, more opportunities, more connections. That's just reality. But none of that guarantees success. What truly separates people isn't what they have. It's how hard they're willing to work for what they want. Hard work is the great equalizer. It's the one thing you can control no matter what you're lacking. You may not have the best equipment, the best education, or the best circumstances, but you can outwork anyone. Effort doesn't require permission. It doesn't ask for credentials. Effort is yours to give, fully and relentlessly. That's how you close the gap, by doing more, staying longer, and pushing through when others pull back. People love to talk about what they would do if they had more, but the ones who rise are the ones who do the most with what they already have. Because when you make hustle your habit, you become dangerous. When you learn how to win with less, you become unstoppable when you finally get more. You can't control who gets the head start, but you can control who finishes the race. And effort, real, gritty, consistent effort, can't be denied forever. It builds momentum, builds character, builds skill, and eventually it builds results that no one can ignore. Let them have the advantage. Let them have the spotlight. You stay in the shadows, putting in work. Because while they coast on what they were given, you're building something they can't take. Grind, grit, and greatness born from the dirt. Talk is easy. Anyone can say they're going to do something. Anyone can post about the hustle, wear the gear, use the right hashtags. But none of that matters if the work doesn't follow. Actions are louder. Results are louder. The grind speaks for itself. And when it's real, it doesn't need to be announced. You don't need to tell people how hard you're working. Let them see it. Let the progress speak. Let the transformation speak. When the results show up, there's no need to explain. The hours you've logged in silence, the sacrifices you've made when no one was looking, that's what shows up in the spotlight later. People respect execution more than declarations. While others are busy talking about what they plan to do, You're out there doing it. While they're crafting the perfect story, you're building the real one. You don't need to convince anyone of your drive when your results are undeniable. Let your work be the evidence. And here's the truth. The ones who really want it aren't talking about it. They're too busy chasing it. They're in the gym, in the books, in the studio, on the grind, quietly, consistently, relentlessly. And by the time others realize what's happening, it's already done. So show up. Hook in. Do the work. You don't need to talk about what's coming. Just let them watch it arrive. You don't have to be perfect to win. You don't need every step to be flawless, every move to be right. What matters is that you keep going, that you show up after failure, that you keep pushing after rejection. Perfection is a myth, but persistence is real power. It's the ability to rise again and again, no matter how many times you've been knocked down. The ones who make it to the top aren't the ones who never mess up. They're the ones who never give up. And give up. They fall, but they don't stay down. They lose, but they don't quit. Every setback becomes a setup for a comeback. Every mistake is fuel for growth. They don't fear failure. They use it. Consistency beats intensity. Beats intensity. One perfect day can't compete with showing up day after day, through the boredom, through the struggle, through the doubt. It's the person who keeps swinging, keeps building, keeps moving forward, no matter how slow it feels. That's the person who breaks through. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just need to keep showing up, keep refining, keep adjusting, keep learning. Because every step you take, even the messy ones, even the painful ones, puts you further than the person who stopped. Persistence is the pressure that breaks the wall. It's not about having it easy. It's about being unshakable when it's hard. And when you refuse to quit, you become a force that nothing, not failure, not fear, not fatigue, can stop. The most powerful weapon you can carry is your relentless commitment to what you've set your mind to. It's not enough to dream big, to plan big, or to hope for big results. You have to live it. You have to breathe it. You have to be the embodiment of your own vision every single day, no matter the circumstances. When you live by discipline, you stop giving yourself permission to quit when things get tough. You stop allowing your emotions to dictate your actions. You don't negotiate with your goals. You follow through with them because you understand that true success isn't a matter of wishful thinking. It's about action. It's about consistent, deliberate, and persistent effort in the face of adversity. The power of relentless commitment is that it's bigger than just achieving one goal. It transforms you. It shapes you. It becomes part of who you are, and it defines what you stand for. When you commit to something, you don't just commit to the finish line. You commit to the journey. You commit to doing the work even when no one else is watching, even when the results aren't visible yet, even when the progress feels slow. Because you understand that true progress is built in the trenches, in the grind, in the day in, day out pursuit of something bigger than yourself. Commitment pushes you past your limitations. It's easy to commit when everything is going well, when the path is clear, and the journey feels effortless. But what separates those who succeed from those who don't is the ability to stay committed when everything is falling apart. When you've hit a wall, when doubt creeps in, when failure feels closer than victory, commitment is what keeps you moving forward. Relentless commitment forces you to face the hard truths about yourself. It forces you to confront your weaknesses and push past them. It requires you to make sacrifices and embrace discomfort, because the greatest rewards come from the greatest challenges. Commitment means working through the moments when you're tempted to throw in the towel, when it seems like success is too far out of reach. But those moments are the ones that truly define your future. The most successful people are not the ones who have had it easy. They're the ones who decided they weren't going to quit, no matter what. They took the hits, took the setbacks, took the failure, but they never stopped. And because they stayed committed, they found the strength to keep going when others would have given up. They're not superhuman. They don't have magical abilities. They simply chose to outlast the storm, to endure, to push further, to stretch their limits, to refuse to let anything or anyone stop them. When you make a commitment, you're staking your claim on the life you want to create. You're saying, this is who I am. This is what I stand for. I will not quit. And when you reach the point where quitting is no longer an option, when you've burned all your excuses and doubts, when your resolve is stronger than any obstacle, that's when you'll find out just how much you're capable of. Relentless commitment means staying locked in even when distractions come knocking. It means choosing your purpose over temporary pleasures. It means waking up early when you'd rather sleep, pushing through fatigue when you'd rather rest, keeping your focus sharp when the world wants you to wander. It's that kind of discipline that will set you apart. There's power in being the person who refuses to quit, the one who shows up when everyone else is making excuses. People will watch you. They'll see you doing the work, making sacrifices, and they won't understand how you keep going. They'll question your decisions, your sacrifices, and your ability to keep pushing. But you won't need their approval. Your commitment to your own success will speak louder than any criticism, louder than any doubt, louder than any setback. The reason commitment is so powerful is because it becomes a part of your identity. When you commit to your vision, you don't just work on your dreams. You grow into the person who is worthy of them. You evolve, you learn, you adapt. And as you progress, the world around you shifts to align with your dedication. Opportunities start to open up. Success starts to become inevitable. Relentless commitment is the key to unlocking everything you want. It's the foundation upon which all dreams are built. You may not see immediate results. You may not have instant gratification. But commitment doesn't need instant results. It only needs time. Time to prove itself. Time to show the world that once you make a promise to yourself, there's nothing that can break it. So let your commitment be unwavering. Let it be the fire that pushes you forward, the shield that protects you from doubt, and the force that drives you toward the success you deserve. When you commit to something with everything you have, you tap into a power that's greater than anything that can stand in your way. And when you choose to never quit, no matter how long the road is, you guarantee that your success is inevitable. Relentlessness is more than just a mindset. It's a way of life. It's a refusal to let go of your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations, no matter how many obstacles you face. It's a burning determination that doesn't fade when the road gets tough or when the journey feels long. It's the kind of grit that sees beyond setbacks, beyond failures, beyond the critics, and focuses solely on the finish line. Being relentless means you don't give up when the world tells you to. It means pushing past every single reason to quit, no matter how loud they are. And let's be clear, there will always be reasons to quit. There will always be days when the weight feels too heavy, when the progress seems too slow, when the doubt creeps in and tries to steal your focus. But relentless people refuse to give in to that noise. They've made peace with the fact that success is not linear. They know the road to greatness is rarely a straight line. It's messy. It's filled with detours, roadblocks, and moments of doubt. But their commitment to their vision never wavers. Oh, locus. Relentlessness means you keep showing up, even when you're tired, even when it seems like you're not getting anywhere. It means you fight through the frustration, you rise above the exhaustion, and you keep moving forward, even when you feel like you have nothing left to give. It's not about working harder in the traditional sense. It's about working smarter, working with purpose, and refusing to accept anything less than your absolute best. It's easy to start strong, but it's staying strong that separates the winners from the rest. Everyone gets excited when they begin something new, when they're filled with hope and motivation. But over time, as the grind sets in, as the excitement fades, that's when most people give up. They throw in the towel when the going gets tough. But relentless people, they don't stop. They dig in. They find new ways to push through, to adapt, to keep going when others would have quit long ago. They thrive in discomfort because they understand that true growth happens when you're willing to endure the hardest challenges. Relentlessness is what keeps you on your feet when you're knocked down. It's what keeps you fighting for your goals when the weight of the world is on your shoulders. It's not just about surviving the struggle. It's about thriving in it. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to build resilience, to strengthen your resolve, and to prove to yourself that no matter what happens, you'll never quit. Relentless people understand that failure is not the end. It's not a dead end, it's a lesson. It's the universe's way of teaching you what you need to improve, what you need to learn, what you need to change. They don't fear failure because they know it's a part of the process. Every time they fall, they get up stronger, more prepared, more equipped to tackle the next obstacle. They understand that failure is just another step on the path to success. It's inevitable, but so is success if you refuse to quit. There's an incredible power in persistence. People who are relentless don't stop at the first no. They don't give up at the first sign of struggle. They understand that persistence is the key to unlocking what others deem impossible. It's the refusal to accept a no as a permanent answer. It's the belief that every challenge is just another opportunity to show up, to rise, and to fight, and eventually, that persistence pays off. It compounds over time, and what seemed impossible becomes inevitable. Relentless individuals also understand the importance of consistency. It's not enough to show up when you feel like it. It's not enough to put in work only when the mood strikes. You've got to show up even on the days when you'd rather stay in bed. You've got to work on the days when your energy is low, when your mind is telling you to take a break, when it feels like nothing is moving forward. Oh. It's the commitment to consistency that ensures success, not just sporadic bursts of effort. A relentless person doesn't need external validation. They know that their journey is theirs. They don't need the applause of others, the praise of their peers, or the recognition of the world. They're working for something deeper, something that transcends external approval. It's about proving to themselves that they have what it takes. It's about building a legacy that's built on self-respect, not on the opinions of others. Relentlessness also requires faith. Faith in yourself, faith in your vision, faith in the process. Even when everything around you seems to be falling apart, when the future feels uncertain, a relentless person holds on to the belief that success is inevitable because they're not backing down. They believe that as long as they keep moving, keep pushing, keep improving, they will eventually break through. And that belief keeps them going, even in the darkest times. What makes relentless people different isn't just their ability to push through adversity. It's the depth of their desire, their unwavering belief in their dreams, and their refusal to settle for less than they deserve. They don't just want success, they demand it. And they understand that success isn't handed out. It's earned through hard work, sacrifice, and an unyielding commitment to never quitting, no matter how long it takes. And that's the secret. The crown doesn't go to the one with the most talent, the most resources, or the easiest start. It goes to the one who outlasts everyone else, who pushes through the hard times, who refuses to stop when the world says, that's enough. The relentless keep going. And because of that, success is never a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So stay relentless, embrace the grind. Keep pushing, even when it feels like you're not making progress. Trust that every ounce of effort, every sacrifice, every struggle is building something greater than you can see right now. The road may be long, the obstacles may be tough, but if you remain relentless, success won't just be a dream, it will be a reality. Remember, the world doesn't owe you anything, but your persistence will pay off in ways you can't yet imagine. Outwork, outlast, and stay true to the vision that keeps you moving forward. Your future is waiting, and it's all yours to claim.